Wisconsin has been, of the 50 states, Wisconsin, I think probably fair to say, has been a place of a lot of activity for a couple of reasons. Number one, from our perspective, Republicans swept Wisconsin in 2010. We defeated an incumbent Democrat United States Senator. We elected a Republican governor, Scott Walker. We took over both houses of our state legislature.
The local election.
This is in 2010. I'm talking, and then we beat two Democrat. We took over two Democrat members of Congress, their seats in Wisconsin. So we swept. The Democrats had very good years in 2006 and in 2008, and then we swept everything in 2010. Then we went through this process of a couple of recall elections here, of which you referred to, in the last 2 years. That culminated in early June of this year with their attempted recall of the governor, Scott Walker, and Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Clayfish. Both of those attempts failed. And so from our perspective, Republicans in Wisconsin are on a high here. We're very, things are going very well for us here. I think that's fair to say. And so coming into this election, into this presidential election, we always thought that Wisconsin would be a target state. It would be very competitive. Both parties, I think, agreed on that, fair to say. And then when Paul Ryan, who's a member of Congress from Wisconsin, got selected to be on the ticket, that put just an enormous amount of focus on Wisconsin. That was 3 months ago. You fast forward to today, to where we are today. Of the 50 states, there really probably are only 7 of them that are competitive of all 50. And so as a result of that, you have an enormous focus on on the election here in Wisconsin. In some ways, presidential elections here, there's kind of 2 elections going on. There's the national election that we all pay attention to, and all the media and what we watch on TV every night. But there's really 50 state elections, and because we have an electoral college, and you have to win a certain number of those electoral votes. And so really, it's not about the national polling really so much as it is in the polling in the certain states that are competitive. And that's what we're going through here in Wisconsin. We've had 2 polls out in the last 72 hours that have this race in Wisconsin very, very close, either exactly matched or within a couple of points. And so that is why Mitt Romney was here today. Paul Ryan spent 2 full days here this week. And
Craig Romney was here last night.
Yeah, was here last night. And was here in the building here last night?
Yeah, he gave a speech to the volunteers, Jim.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, splendid. Pictures on the back there. And so we've had, we have presidential candidates, the families, everything. The president's returning to Wisconsin 3 times in 5 days for a reason, and that is because he fears that he's going to lose the state. President Obama won Wisconsin by 14 points 4 years ago, and now he's struggling to hang on to the state. If he loses Wisconsin, if he loses the state, he will lose the election. And so just about every scenario where the president has to get back to the White House comes with winning Wisconsin. So it is critical for him to win this state, and we feel very, very good about our chances here. We've had 25 offices like this one across the state open for over a year or so because of the recalls. All these offices opened during the recalls, and so those recalls strengthened us because they failed to knock the governor off. And so we have 25 of these offices. We've made over 4 million phone calls statewide. We've knocked on hundreds of thousands of doors in this state. And I think we're going to win Wisconsin. I think it's going to be close. Anybody who would stand here and tell you they know for sure what's going to happen one way or the other is probably a liar or a fool, and maybe both. And to be truthful about it. But we feel very good about where we are here in Wisconsin. We feel terrific about where we are.